class. For today, you can grab a set of blocks if you like to use those throughout your flow. Otherwise, nothing else or extra is needed for today. So go ahead and grab what you need, set up your space, and meet me in a forward fold at the top of your mat. So coming into your forward fold here, bring your feet wide, a little bit wider than you normally would, along the edges of your mat, and allow the upper body to fall heavy. Maybe finding an even softer bend of the knees to make that connection between the torso, your belly, and your thighs. And if you want to remain grounded here, you can leave your fingertips, your hands on the floor. Or you can catch opposite elbows and find ragdoll. Giving your body the opportunity to fall a little bit heavier. Fold a little bit deeper. And today's class is going to focus a lot on strength, a lot on balance. So feel free to take gentle sways left to right, front and back, to find a little bit more grounding, more connection between the soles of the feet and the earth and your mat. Over in the next 3 breaths, start to make those sways a little bit smaller. Find your center. As you find your middle, start to press through the feet a little bit stronger, lifting the hips a little bit higher. Starting to find a little bit more energy. Reaching the crown of the head towards the floor. While still trying to hang the upper body heavy. Creating a little bit more reach towards the earth. 2 more breaths here. If you grabbed opposite elbows, go ahead and release that hold. Bring the fingertips down to the earth. And then start to wiggle the feet towards one another, coming into hip distance. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull the chest forward beyond the front edge of the mat. Using your fingertips to help with that gentle pull forward. Exhale, forward fold. On your next inhale, ground down through the soles of the feet. Keep that soft bend in the knees as you roll the body up towards standing. Press the hips forward as you start to unravel through the mid-back, upper back, and then slowly make big sweeping motions. The arms reach up overhead. Reach fingertips up tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Big sweep of the arms, inhale. Opening the front body up. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Soft bend in the knees, hinge at the hips. Forward fold. Fingertips come to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Just hang out on this fold. Compared to ragdoll where we started, your stance could be a little bit more narrow. Try to find a little bit more energy through the legs by pressing the backs of your knees towards the direction of straight, just a little bit more so. As you lift the hips, hip bones towards the sky. Creating that compression, still finding that connection between belly and thighs. And as we move through our next few poses, we're going to find a little bit more energetic warm-up for today's class. Kind of integrating into the space of the backs of the legs, or work into that space there, starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with poses of instability. Take one more breath here. And then start to shift the weight into that right foot. Ground down through the sole of the foot, lift that inner arch to create that stability, that strength. And then your left heel is going to come towards your butt. So you're going to bend your left knee, almost like you're in a stork or a flamingo pose. And then you're going to soft bend in the right knee. Left knee passes the right as you press to stand. Keeping that drive of the left knee in towards the chest. First, a little single leg balance here today in class, so accept the wiggles and the wobbles and allow your body to acclimate to this change in support. Soft bend in the right knee once more, and then start to reverse that movement. Left knee passes the right. Left toes are going to reach back far behind you. Reach, reach, reach. Left toes meet the earth. Spin down onto that left heel. It's almost like you're coming into a warrior legs for just a moment. Spin the right toes towards the long edge of the mat, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. And just allow the fingertips to come to the earth, chest to fall heavy towards the mat. Sit bones lift high back behind you. And find a gentle lift to the inner arches of the feet. Again, that's going to be important as we move through class today to keep you strong, stable, engaged from the ground up. Inhale, halfway lift, find that flat back, that energy within the back body. Exhale, fold. On your next inhale, spin the right toes on a diagonal, about 45 degrees towards the top left corner of your mat. And then you're going to bend into that right leg. You're going to come into a side lunge of sorts, so you can come all the way down into Skandasana. But if that feels like too much to start class here today, just come into a side lunge, opening up through the inner thigh on the left side. If you want to come low, sink as far as you feel comfortable, trying to ground that right heel down towards the earth. And reach the fingertips out in front of you. Use that counterbalance because we're still warming up the body here. And then start to dig into the left heel. We're going to transition to the back of the mat. Skandasana lunge towards the left. Using your hands to guide you there. Right toes come towards the sky. Feeling the gentle opening of the inner lining of the right leg now. One more round, right to left. Dig through the right heel. Pull the body up to the top of the mat. Let your hands guide you. Sink the hips low. And back towards the mat once more. Walk your hands through center. As you sink into the left knee, again, you can stay lifted this whole time. And come into a side lunge if that feels more comfortable for you in your body. Just shifting side to side. And then dig through the right heel once more. Spin onto the back toes. Facing the top of the mat, coming into a runner's lunge just briefly. Shift the weight into that right foot. Kick the left heel towards the left bottom. Come into that stork or flamingo pose once more. And then bring the left foot to meet the right. Forward fold, exhale. Coming onto the opposite side, shift the weight onto the left foot. Strong through the inner arch. Drive the right heel towards your bottom. Coming into that stork pose. And then soft bend in the left knee. Right knee passes the left as you come up towards standing. Drive the right knee towards the chest. Find your stability. Allow the wobbles to happen. It's almost fun when they happen. It allows you to integrate, be a little bit more mindful. Soft bend in the left knee. Let the right knee pass the left. As the right toes reach long back behind you, reach those toes back, back, back. Allow the toes to touch. Spin onto the back heel. Left toes face the long edge of the mat. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. On this round, feel free to grab outer edges of the feet, pulling the body down a little bit further. Allowing the elbows to come wide. Using the energy to strengthen the biceps to pull the chest down towards the space between your feet. Lifting the sit bones towards the sky, exploring a little bit more length within the back sides of the legs. One more breath here. Inhale, release your bind. Halfway lift, engage the back body. Exhale, fold once more. Spin the front toes towards the top right corner. And come onto the back heel as you sit low. Skandasana. Use those fingertips to keep the chest tall. Dig through the right heel, pull the body towards the back of the mat. Skandasana towards the right, using those hands to guide you. Again, just exploring a little bit of space within the inner lining of the legs, the hips. Dig through the left heel, pull your body towards the front of the mat. Right toes lift towards the sky, opening that right leg. So that kneecap should be facing the sky as well. Dig through the right heel, pull the body back. Sink low. And now pull the body towards the front of the mat. Again, spin onto the back toes. All 10 toes are facing the front edge. Shift your weight into the left foot. Right heel, right bottom. And then bring the right foot to meet the left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, pull the chest through. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, drive through the soles of the feet. Keep the soft bend of the knees as you unravel the spine up towards standing. Press the hips forward as you unroll the rest of the spine. Sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Maybe you take a gentle back bend to open the front body just a little bit more. Exhale, hands to heart center, forward fold. Fingertips plant, left foot steps back, right foot steps back. Press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here to pedal out the feet. Again, today's class we're working through the strength and stability of the legs. So feel free to explore whatever movement feels good. Whatever you feel like you need. And not just going forward and back with the knees. Feel free to shift your hips side to side, incorporating the side bodies maybe a little bit more. And then within your next 2 breaths or so, start to find your center. Although the focus of today's class is working through a lot of the legs, still staying mindful within the arms as they support you here in your downward facing dog. Using that energy between the contact of the palms of the hands on the earth to pull up through the forearm, the upper arm, the shoulders, shoulder blades, the upper back. Still staying engaged and strong and supportive. Inhale, right leg lifts towards the sky. Exhale, bend the left knee, drive the right knee, right elbow. Right foot plants outside right hand. Find that length for just a brief moment before you allow the left knee to drop down towards the earth. Left hand plants, sweep the right arm up and over towards the right, open the chest. Keeping that space within the front body. Continue to sweep of the fingertips towards the back of the mat as you drive the left heel towards your bottom. You don't have to find that grasp right now, just exploring space within the front of the left leg. Creating a little bit more mobility through the spine. Close everything off. Tuck the back toes. Press through the front foot. Extend the pyramid pose. Right knee straightens. Spine stays long and lifted. Gaze just beyond the front edge of the mat. Keep that drive of the left heel towards the earth as you bump the right hip back, left hip forward. Soft bend in the right knee. Shift your weight into the right foot as the left foot comes outside left hand. Inhale, active squat. Exhale, press to stand. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, open the front body. Exhale, sit low, active squat. Inhale, plant the hands. Set the right foot back, the left foot back. Press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bend the right knee. Left knee passes right as it drives towards the elbow. Left foot plants outside left hand. Find that length, that lift. Drop the back knee. Right hand plants. Sweep the left arm up and overhead, open the chest. Finding that twist all the way through the belly, crossing through the collarbones, up to the fingertips. Keep that sweep of the left arm, reaching the fingertips back into the space behind you as the right heel drives towards your bottom. Again, you don't have to find that connection, that bind, just using that energy to find that reach and that drive of the heel towards your glute. Using that active range, that active mobility to create energy. Close everything off. Press the hips back, extended pyramid pose. Sinking that right heel towards the earth. Squaring off the hips. And as you make that adjustment through the hips, let that energy travel through the spine to reach through the crown of the head, keeping the spine long. Rebend the left knee, shift your weight forward. Right foot comes outside right hand. Inhale, active squat. Exhale, press to stand. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, sink the hips low. Inhale, plant the hands. Soft bend in the elbows as you step the left foot back, the right foot back. Press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath or two here. Now, if you like to practice with blocks or if you grab them for class today, you can go ahead and grab them now. For the remainder of class, the blocks are going to be used to help step through to the top of the mat, as well as being used to find a little bit more stability, a little bit more support, and more challenging balance poses. So it's nice to have them nearby if you want to, if the wiggle and wobble becomes too much and you want to find a little bit more support, a little bit more ease, a little bit more success in some of the poses. It's nice to have them nearby. Or if you really want to challenge yourself today, just keep them aside. Again, no right or wrong, just making that opportunity available to you. 2 more breaths here in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, drive the right knee towards the collarbone, towards the center of the chest. Press the heels of the hands away from the earth to give yourself space to set that right foot between the hands. Runner's lunge here for a brief moment. Start to press through the back toes to shift your weight into that right foot. Inhale, left leg lifts, crouching warrior. Stay bent in that front right knee, stay committed. Keep the hips low. Maybe you have to dive that left hip bone down towards the earth a little bit more so you're not opening towards the left. Keep those hips squared off. Exhale, press that right knee to straight. Warrior 3. Keep that left hip squared to the earth. Soft bend in the right knee once more as the left knee passes the right, coming into staff pose, driving the left knee towards the chest. Stay here for another moment. Find that stability, keep that lift, that drive through the big toe, that lift through the inner arch. Pulling that energy all the way up through the leg, through the thigh, the back of the leg, the glute, the hip, and letting that travel all the way through the trunk, through the spine. From here, you can grab hold just below the knee, or if it's accessible to you, grab hold, peace fingers to big toe. And this may be as far as you feel comfortable going today. Otherwise, drive the left heel in front of you. Press the left knee towards straight. Feel the challenge increase in the right leg. Feel the challenge increase within the core as your body's going to want to hug that left knee. Keep that height, fight for that height, that straight. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Before you let go, wherever you're at, if you did hold on to your leg in any capacity, we're going to let go of that grip. Try to keep your leg right where it is. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If your leg was straight, go ahead, bend it. We're going to pass by once more, bringing the left leg behind you, folding the body forward. Coming into Warrior 3 for just a moment. Reaching the arms in front of you, left toes behind you. Let the left toes plant. Inhale, arms up overhead, crescent lunge. Strong in the legs. Left and right may feel a little bit different with the energy just built in the left side. But commit to that sinking of the hips, bending to that right knee. Staying strong and tall for 5, 4, 3, driving the left heel behind you, 2, 1. Hands to the blocks or the mat. Sweep the right leg up and back behind you, 3-legged dog. Exhale, plant the right foot back down to the earth. Coming back into downward facing dog, take a breath. Moving into the left side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bend the right knee. Left knee drives to the collarbones. Pressing through the heels of the hands. Create your space within your body for the left foot to plant between the hands. Shift the weight into that left foot. Right leg lifts back behind you. Crouching warrior. Stay committed in that left knee. Keep that soft bend. Right hip, you want to close off towards the mat just a little bit more. Again, hands can be on blocks. Hands can be at heart center, or they can be in front of you. Whatever position feels good to keep you strong and steady. Exhale, press through the left leg. Square off the hips once more. Soft bend in the left knee once more. Right knee crosses left, stand tall. Drive the right knee in towards the chest. Again, allow your body to make those micro movements that it needs to find the muscles it needs to support it. Ground down through the big toe, lift through the inner arch. Pull that energy all the way up through the thigh, through the glute. Press that left hip forward. Keep that energy pulling all the way up through the torso. Keep the side bodies nice and long. And keep that drive of the right knee strong. Feel free to lace your fingers just underneath the right knee. If you'd like to go a step further, peace finger, big toe hold. Again, you can also stay here. If you want to go further, test your strength. Drive the right heel out in front of you. Again, your right knee doesn't even have to go too straight. Keeping that right knee bent, still building energy, still challenging that left leg. Keep the chest lifted. That push and pull between the chest and that big toe hold is what's keeping your chest up tall. Keep that pull of the right shoulder back, that shoulder blade on your back body for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now wherever you are, wherever that hold is, try to keep your leg where it is. Release the bind, hold for 5. Keep that leg up tall. 3, 2, 1, slowly lower. Bend the right leg, reach the right toes back behind you. Arms can come in front for counterbalance. Coming through crouching warrior or warrior 3 for just a moment. Reach the toes back, soft landing. Inhale, crescent lunge. Feel the difference side to side. Still fighting for that right hip bone to pull up and forward. Reaching the fingertips up tall. Sink lower in the hips. Drive the right heel for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands plant. Sweep the left leg up and back. Plant the left foot. Downward facing dog. Take a breath or two for yourself. Feel free to pedal the leg side to side, see how it feels. Compared to your first downward facing dog of class. And we're going to progress this challenge a little bit more. Find a little bit more space, a lot more activation through the legs. One more breath. Find your center. Reintegrate. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bend the left knee. Drive the right knee towards the collarbones. Create space within your body as the right foot plants. Shift the weight forward. Inhale. Crouching warrior. Square the hips. Exhale, press your right knee to straight. Warrior 3. Soft bend in the right knee once more. Drive the left knee past the right as you come in towards standing. Drive the left knee up towards the chest. Find your stability. Again, trying to use that active energy, that active range of motion to find the pose before you give your body support. See what you're capable of first, and then give your body that little extra that it needs. So once you find your stability, that height, keep everything engaged, everything strong, tucked in, tall. Grab hold of the left leg in any capacity that feels good for you. And then you're going to drive the left heel forward if you're going towards that direction. If your leg is still tucked in towards your body, you're still keeping that chest pulled up towards that thigh. You're still keeping those collarbones wide, chest open. You're still thinking about that connection, chest to leg, leg to chest. Find your stability here wherever you are. And then again, knees, legs straight, knees bent. I want you to start to open the leg towards the left side of the room. You can still do that with your leg bent, just opening your hips towards the front of the room, opening that left knee towards the left. Fight for that left hip bone to come towards the front of the mat. It's not going to get there completely, I should say, but you still want that drive. So we create that opening for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go of that hold wherever you are. Hold again for 5. Keep that active energy. 3, 2, 1. Sweep that left leg back behind you. Come into crouching warrior or warrior 3 for just a moment. Reach the toes back long. Inhale, crescent lunge. Feel the opening in the front of the hip as you sink the hips low. Reach the fingertips up tall. Exhale, hands come to the earth, to the blocks. Inhale, sweep the right leg up and overhead. And exhale, bring the right foot to meet the left. Working to the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, drive the left knee towards the collarbones. Plant the left foot between the hands. Keep those collarbones nice and open. Try not to close off and close down your space. Create more for yourself. Shift your weight onto that left foot. Right toes lift. Crouching warrior. Exhale, press your left knee to straight. Square off those hips. Try to fight for it. It's going to increase your challenge, but you got it. Soft bend in the left knee. Right knee passes left as you come to stand. Drive that right knee in towards the chest. Stay tall. Check in with that left leg. Are you able to ground down through the big toe? Are you able to keep that inner arch lifted? And are you able to pull that energy all the way up through the leg? The more muscles that are involved, the more stable you'll feel. Strong through the left thigh, strong through the left glute. Pull that left hip forward. Grab hold of that right leg in whatever capacity feels good. Whether it's lacing your fingers underneath the right knee. If you grab the big toe hold, you can stay here. You don't have to drive the leg to straight, but if you're ready for that, go ahead and move forward. Drive the right heel. Keep that chest lifted. This core is engaged and strong. Pulling that right shoulder blade on the back body for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then start to open up. I have the lights here, so I'm going to shrink my space down. Open the hips towards the right. Whether it's your right knee or the sole of your right foot, facing the right side of the room. Keep that left hip open. If you keep that pull of the left hip bone towards the front of the room, that'll help keep that stability in the left leg, and it'll help create that space in the right. Collarbones facing forward, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your hold for another 5. Stay strong, you got it. 3, 2, 1. Start to create a soft bend in the left knee. Reach the right toes back behind you. Arms forward for counterbalance, nice and soft. Inhale, crescent lunge. Pull that right hip bone forward. Drive the right heel back. Sink the hips low. Hands come down to the earth. Sweep the left leg up and back. Then exhale, downward facing dog. We have one more round here. We're going to progress that challenge a little bit more. I know you may not think that that is possible, but we have one extra movement we could sneak in there. So take another breath for yourself. Deep inhale. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, drive. Drive, drive, drive. Create that space for yourself. Let the right foot plant between the hands. Come onto the back toes as you lift the back leg. Crouching warrior. Square those hips. Stay strong and lifted within the sole of the foot. Exhale, push that right knee to straight. Soft bend in the right knee once more. Left knee passes by as it drives up towards the chest. Moving right into it. I know you guys are tired. You guys are working hard. Grab hold of the left big toe. Pull the chest forward. Strong and engage that right leg. Get your base stable first. If you're moving forward, go ahead. Drive the heel. Anchor that left shoulder blade down and onto the back body. And start to open the hip up towards the left. We're going right into that second pose to open the hips, open the front body. Feel that strength. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your bind. Hold for another 5, 4, 3. Keep that right side body long. 3, 2, 1. And then as you sweep the left leg back behind you, keep it lifted. Grab a block if you need it for that right hand. We're going to open up into half moon pose. So you're going to start to press down through the sole of the right foot. Open the hips up towards the left. Ground down through the right side to open everything up. Stay engaged in the top left leg. Keep the left side body open and long. Reach the left fingertips towards the sky. Trying to get those those shoulders to stack on top of one another. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Stay here. If you want to challenge yourself one step further, find that drive of the heel towards the bottom. Maybe you grab hold of it. If you find that hold, you can stay here, or you can find a little bit more energy. Drive the top of the left foot into the left hand. Open the chest. Even more for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release that bind nice and slow. Don't let it fling out of control. Back into half moon. Close everything off nice and slow. Allow that right hip to close. Left hip bone to come down towards the earth. Reach the left toes back behind you. Inhale, crescent lunge. Breathe here. Pull the left hip up and forward. Drive the left heel back. Sink the hips low. Exhale, hands plant forward, forward, fold forward. Right leg sweeps up and overhead. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet out for a moment. I know the sole of the foot's working hard to keep you steady, so give it some love. One more side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, drive forward. Create that compression, create that space. Allow the left foot to come forward. Fingertips stay on the earth. Shift the weight forward. Right leg lifts. Crouching warrior. Keep the bend in the left knee generous. Pull the right hip down towards the earth. Reach the right toes back behind you. Exhale, keep that, keep that, keep that as you press the left knee to straight. Rebend the left knee, drive the right knee up and through. Towards the chest, find your balance. Keep the drive of the knee towards the chest. Keep everything engaged through the left leg so you can keep the torso nice and tall and lifted. Grab hold of the right leg wherever you can. Reintegrate through the torso. Keep everything open and lifted. If you're going for that straight leg, go ahead and drive the heel. Then go right into that hip opening wherever you are. Open the leg towards the right. Don't want to take down my Christmas lights. Keep that left hip open, keep that drive, fight for those open hips. Use the left fingertips to pull the collarbones towards the front of the room. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go of your hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to slowly reach the right toes back behind you, opening up into half moon. Left hand either comes down to the earth, to the shin, or to a block. We're stabilizing through the left side as the right side opens up towards the right side of the room. Trying to stack the hips on one another, trying to stack the shoulders on top of one another. Gaze can stay down, or if your balance is super in tune and strong today, you can reach that gaze towards the fingertips, towards the right fingertips. Stay here or go one step further. Drive the right heel towards your bottom. Grab hold of the top of the foot. Find a little bit more space through the chest, through the side bodies by driving the top of the foot in towards the hand. Let that right shoulder roll open for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to slowly close everything off. Release your bind. Don't let that right leg fling back. It'll throw off your balance. Reach the right toes back behind you. Soften the left knee. Inhale. Crescent lunge. One more breath. Inhale, reach the fingertips up tall. Exhale, sink lower. Left hands plant down to the earth. Left foot sweeps back. You're like a dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Drop the knees towards the earth. Keep the toes tucked. Sit back, hips to heels. The soles of the feet really worked hard for you today, so give a moment to stay in toes pose here. Just to get a little bit of stretch in the bottom of the feet. For 3, 2, 1. Come onto your hands, untuck the toes. Just tap the tops of the feet towards the earth. And then sit the hips down to the mat, let the legs swing over. Feet come flat, knees bent, slowly roll down. Bringing your back down to the earth. Keeping your knees bent. You can allow your arms to come into a capital T or goalpost, whatever works for you. And take a nice and slow windshield wiper of the legs, side to side. Going at your own pace. Try to slow your breath using this rhythmic movement to bring that heart rate down, bring that breath down. Giving your body that signal that we're slowing down. On your next inhale, come to center. And then bring your knees in towards your chest, give yourself a big hug. Pull those knees in, create that compression. And take a soft roll side to side. And then grab hold, again, peace fingers to big toe if you'd like, or grab the outer edge, outer pinky toe edge, and come into happy baby. Driving the knees alongside your body. Finding space in the hips, back sides of the legs. And feel free to find a gentle sway side to side. Come towards center, take one breath. Settle into your pose. Then bring the knees back together. Allow the feet to come down towards the earth. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Stay here or pull everything in towards you, grabbing hold of the left shin. Finding space in the outer edge of the right hip. Gentle drive the outer edge of the right knee towards the top right corner. Find a little bit more space. Three more breaths. With the left foot plant, keep everything where it is and allow everything to fall over towards the left side. Feel free to grab hold of the right ankle to keep everything anchored in. And just feel the change of sensation within the right hip. Five breaths here. Inhale back towards center. Go ahead and allow the right foot to come meet the left. And switch sides. Left ankle crosses over right knee. Stay here, pull everything in. As the left ankle comes in closer towards you, the left knee is going to continue to drive towards the top left corner. Find a little bit more depth. Three more breaths. Right foot comes down to the earth. Keep everything as it is. Maybe grab hold of the left ankle before everything falls over towards the right. Sole of the left foot comes flat to the earth. If you want to find a little bit more sensation within this pose, you can always keep that drive the outer edge of the top knee towards the top edge of the mat. Five breaths here. Inhale back towards center. Unhook the left ankle from the right knee. And one more time, you can either take those windshield wipers once more or a happy baby, whatever would feel good for you here in this moment. Maybe you take both. A few windshield wipers and come into happy baby for a breath or two to find a little bit different opening. From wherever you chose to be, extend the legs long. Let the toes fall out. Maybe bring your legs a little bit wider, coming off the edges of the mat. And allow your arms to come wide. Just create a bigger space for yourself that's beyond the restrictions of your mat. And with every breath, allowing especially your lower body, your hips, your thighs, your feet and ankles, allowing everything to fall a little bit heavier into the earth. Allow everything to fall open, soften. Allowing all the strength, energy, stability, everything you created and built up within your legs. Allowing that energy to travel throughout your body, spreading the love, sharing the wealth. And as your body begins to relax more and more, you're just giving yourself a moment of gratitude for showing up today, for working hard, for putting yourself first, and for taking time out of your day to be on your mat. And this is where I'm going to leave you for the remainder of today's class. Feel free to remain here for as long as you need to let all of that energy settle. But thank you so much for practicing with me, and I look forward to seeing y'all next time. Have a great day.